is where these tenses are used. Okay? So, Radha goes to the market something like every day. So, when we are looking at daily habits, everyday rituals, we are using the simple present tense. Because जो आपका editing वगैरह है, उसमें you need to understand this, then you will know what tense needs to come where. Simple past tense, what will come? Radha went to the market.
He went somewhere.
What should be the word that I should add here?
She went now.
Simple past tense है ना? तो क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? Radha went to the market. Yesterday. Next one. Tomorrow में M double की R double?
R double.
Continuous tense. So Radha is going to the market
Right now.
right now. That's why I asked you to leave 3 lines, 5 lines, not 1 line, because ये भी अभी add होगा. Past continuous tense. Radha was going to the market then. Past continuous tense comes into play when I am trying to say that 2 actions were happening simultaneously. So Radha was going to the market when you called up. तो called up जो हो रहा था and Radha जो market जा रही थी, ये kind of साथ में हो रहे थे. So therefore past continuous tense. Then I have something like future continuous tense. Radha will be going to the market at 6 p.m. tomorrow. When I want to be very precise, you see the difference between I will go to the principal's office tomorrow and I will be going to the principal's office at 10 a.m. tomorrow. कहाँ पर आपको ज़्यादा श्योरिटी आ रही है कि ये काम होगा? जो फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूस टेंस है जहां पे हम स्पेसिफिक हो गए तो व्हेन यू वांट टू शो दैट काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग कि यस दिस इज गोइंग टू हैपन यू ब्रिंग द फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूस टेंस. फ्यूचर टेंस सिंपल फ्यूचर टेंस थोड़ा सा एम्बिग्युअस सा रहता है, होगा कि नहीं होगा, प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी इज नॉट श्योर. सो हियर वी गो स्पेसिफिक. Radha will be going to the market at 6 p.m. tomorrow. By the way, P and P small, M small, no dots required. Present perfect tense. Radha has gone to the market many times in her life. When you have done something repeatedly, you are using the present perfect tense. It is an action that has been done many times, perhaps will be repeated many times. Radha has gone to the market many times in her life. Or 6 times in her life, like she has been to London 6 times in her life, like that. Then I have Radha had gone to the market. This is a discontinued habit or that person is dead. अब वो gone to the market जो वो इसके लिए इतना सूट नहीं कर रहा है, but try to understand that it is either a habit that has been discontinued now or that person is dead. तो इसको हम कंटिन्यू करके नहीं लिखेंगे, हम इसको ब्रैकेट में लिखेंगे discontinued habit. No, that is had been going to the market.
Yes.
No, sorry. I'll take out my photo.
Means he has not.
Radha had gone to the market
but not returned.
ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे कि राधा had gone to market when you had come. You know, कि एक होता है कि राधा मार्केट जा रही थी जब तुमने कॉल किया था, एक था कि जब तुम आए थे तो राधा गई हुई थी. I think this is that, but let me check. Yeah, Radha had gone to the market when Hari came home. This is that. And future perfect tense, Radha will have gone to the market by the time you reach her house. जब तक आप उसके घर पहुंचोगे वो मार्केट के लिए निकल चुकी होगी. कॉपी कर लो. This homework is understood. Now I can erase this.
Yes, ma'am.
You have copied this. Did you guys copy this? You copied it now? Nobody copied it? तो रब करने क्यों बोला?
Yes, we don't like to write for
पर वो एक सैंपल जो 2-4 वर्ब्स थे वो उसको तो लिखना था ना. So which are the other 3 tenses? Which is the 10th one?
present perfect continuous.
Now it is on top of the blackboard. So I said कि okay इसको जान देते हैं. तो ये जमीन में घस के लिखता है फिर. ऊपर लिखो बस. हाँ. नंबर 10 तो लिख पहले. P should be capital. C will also be capital, na beta? NUOUS. Thanks, Ritu. Ayyo Rama, T will be capital na. For every word you made me say it. Now take a red pen and tell me what the sentence will become.
Radha has been going to the market.
Beautiful. What will be the tagline for this sentence? What is the use of this tense? So Radha has been going to the market ever since she was 6 years old. Take the green pen and write. कि मतलब this action has been done जब से वो 6 साल की थी. Every नहीं ever since. No, never write numerics in English. Write number names. You go next. Now full stop. Come. Your ordeal is over.
Radha had been going to the market.
Very good. Now here you will put a bracket and write discontinued habit. कि लाइक वो हर रोज जाती थी बट अभी वो बेचारी मर गई है. Excellent. Number लिख दो सिर्फ. 11. Sittan.
Radha will have been going to.
हाँ come again.
Radha will have been going to the market.
हाँ अभी उतना लिखो फिर मैं बताती हूँ. अभी market के लिए this tense is not very apt. But suppose I want to say that Mr. Sharma has been working in this office now for 20 years. तो ये 1st of May को उनको यहाँ काम करते हुए 20 साल हो जाएंगे. या I want to say the Guptas have been staying in Vashi since the past 40 years and अभी ये जो Tuesday आएगा इन लोगों को 40 years हो जाएगा वाशी में रहते हुए. That is when this tense is used. Radha will have been going to the market for 10 years now next Tuesday. कि नेक्स्ट ट्यूसडे को राधा को डेली मार्केट जाते हुए 10 साल हो जाएंगे. Got it?
But is a sentence get sure will have to be
Will have been going simply उसको जाते हुए 10 साल हो जाएंगे ट्यूसडे को. Only that is the future. It is sure. Tenses is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Letter writing has been started in anyone's school? No. Open to page number 40. Shruti, start reading.
Comprehensive and summary writing, advancing prose passage of about 50 words would be given. Comprehensive. Uncommon items of authority or structure will be avoided. One question will be set to test account.
ये लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं कि vocabulary will be avoided, but definitely your passage will have 4-5 words which will be tricky.
Candidates will be required to show an understanding of the words, paras in the
Phrases.
in which they have been used. A number of questions requiring short answers will also be asked on the passage. These questions will test the candidate's ability to
Comprehend
the
content
content and organization of the passage and to infer information, intention, and attitude from it. The last question will consist of a summary.
This summary is the pressy writing that you have been doing. You make a grid and you have to make 50 words. That is what they're talking about.
A summary. It's a shortened form of an original prose passage returning one's own words within a certain word limit according to the particular instructions. It trains you to distinguish main ideas from supporting details and to extract salient points to re-express them. Such skills is very useful since the fast pace of life today requires one to be
Concise. Concise means उसी चीज को to be able to say it in 3 sentences instead of having to explain it in 3 paragraphs.
How to write a summary? Read the instructions, make sure of what you are asked to do. Read the passage through for a general idea of its content. You may be not able to make sense of it immediately. Get a general idea. Read again the passage carefully against the background of the questions. Note down the relative points. Read the passage quickly to ensure that all essential facts are included. Avoid any comments of your own. Write your first draft using your own words. You may find it helpful to write 6 words a line spread across the page. It will help you to know the number of words. Write in the reported speech in the past tense most of the time. After
1 minute. Underline write in the reported speech in the past tense. Children often make this mistake. When you are doing summary, you have to maintain the past tense and you have to maintain the reported speech. We will do reported speech as a topic also.
And what is the reported speech?
Indirect speech. Yes, beta.
After checking your draft, write the final copy. Read it carefully to ensure that there are no errors. The length of the summary, unless otherwise stated, it is about 1/3 of the passage.
What does it mean 1/3 of the passage? If your passage has 30 words, your précis will have 10 words. If your passage has 60 words, your précis will have 20 words.
Suitably titled, the title of summary indicates the theme of the passage. It could be expressed in a word, para, or clause.
Phrase, beta, phrase. Short example. You read?
For example,
No, not you.
So the passage,
I hate it.
if there is a life on the planet Mars, it will have to stand extreme cold at night. This should not be too difficult for plants. Cold country plants on the earth tolerate Arctic conditions for some months each winter, and plants that grow on high mountains in the tropics tolerate severe temperatures, which frequently fall below freezing point during the night. Large animals on the earth try to keep from freezing, but many insects spend the winter in frozen surroundings. Bacteria, protozoa, and other small organisms can be kept frozen for many years and thawed out alive and healthy. So life on Mars should not have too much trouble with the cold. An obvious way to avoid the short period cold of the Martian night would be to burrow into the ground, as many cold country animals do on Earth. Another difficulty for life on Mars is scarcity of oxygen and water, but their lack may not be as serious as they appear from the human point of view. Perhaps an atmosphere like the Earth's is a luxury, not a necessity. Martian plants might have strong imperious need for oxygen when the sun is not shining, as the Earth's plants do. They may store it as a gas or as some oxygen-rich chemical compound. They would need some way of absorbing a little carbon dioxide, but in other respects, they could live for most Martian springtime. They would absorb enough water to last them until the following year, and during the same season, they would probably do most of their growing and reproducing. Martian animals would have a tougher time, but if there are plants on Mars, there must be animals of some sort. An animal, by the scientist's definition, is an organism that eats plants using parts of the plant's materials to build its own body and the rest to burn for energy. We usually think of animals, including man, as preying on plants, but if we choose, we can think of them as the plant's benefactors. If there were no plant-eating animals on the earth, not even bacteria, the plants would grow until they had absorbed all the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Then they would die. We can all guess what Martian animals may be like. They may be as small as bacteria, or they may be larger animals that move very slowly, a few inches per day, because the scarcity of oxygen permits their muscles to generate only a little energy. Or perhaps Martian animals may depend on the oxygen that the plants have accumulated for their own use. After one of these animals has eaten a plant and its oxygen, it would be able to move comparatively fast and peak to another oxygen-yielding plant.
Try to solve the exercise on your own and compare it with the answers that are given. Done? Yes, Vita. Sure. Done, children? Done? Now, if you can skip all the solved examples and come directly to page number 49. Do it for homework. Story of Robinson Crusoe. Hmm? 49 become.
And for the classic, you have to draw the rough one also.
Yeah, and make a grid also. Come better. And you have to make a grid also. Done, children? All of you have your literature book?
Yes.
Treasure book? Huh? I think most of you that I know by the cage bird something. Huh? Let's start a little bit of that. Okay? It's page number 28. Maya Angelou is a person who is still alive. She's like the best friend of Oprah and all that. Okay, you know Oprah? Anyone?
I've seen it.
You've seen Oprah? I have not seen Oprah. You've seen. I'm not talking about opera. कि सिनेमा होता है, ड्रामा होता है, opera होता है. I'm talking about a person, Oprah Winfrey. Na? She's a black OPRAH, Oprah Winfrey, WINFRE. Maya Angelou is a a powerful feminist. Feminist is who? All females are female-like qualities.
The male hater.
Male
Hater.
No, not really male hater, because that is a little different from of what a feminist believes. A feminist believes that a woman is not subordinate to males and males are not superiors to females. They believe in the equality of gender. So they are feminists. If you can, I may be a woman, I can, why not? That way. Bold. So underline feminist and write the meaning. And that is why they have said is. So you also have to talk about Maya Angelou is. Generally, when we talk about poet, we say was. William Wordsworth was, because they are all dead. But Maya Angelou is still alive. Is a powerful feminist writer of the Afro-American ethnicity. Ethnicity means race. What is the meaning of Afro-American? African and American को हम क्या बुलाते हैं? Negroes. But now that has been banned. You cannot call them Negroes. It's a crime. So we call them Afro-American. So for the sake of our understanding, you can underline Afro-American and write Africans, Black Africans who are living in America. They are citizens of America, but they are African descendants. So now, अच्छा पहले इतना लिख लो फिर मैं बताती हूँ. So now, how come these South Africans are living in America? So then they must be the very rich South Africans who came to America, correct? है ना? No. These South Africans who are living in America were the slaves who were brought to America. They were brought in very inhuman conditions. जो शिप में एक लगेज रखने का जो एरिया होता है ना, वहां पे इन लोगों को भेड़ बकरियों की तरह भर दिया जाता था. खाने को कुछ नहीं दिया जाता था. They would defecate over there only. क्योंकि journey by water used to take days. Where is South Africa and where is America? And they used to just be left like that. No bathing, nothing like that. And then when they came to America, they were working as servants who were not even given a salary, who were not even given food as dinner, who were not even given a bed sheet to sleep at night. They were ill-treated very badly. But Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery. No more, nobody is a slave. These used to be bought. These girls, these boys, they used to be bought and then they used to be ill-treated क्योंकि उनको खरीद लिया. तो उनके बच्चे भी उनके घर में काम करेंगे जिन्होंने खरीदा उनको. स्लेव की तरह खरीदा. जैसे गाय खरीदते हैं ऐसे ह्यूमन को खरीदा जाता था. And now I can do whatever with you. I have bought you. You know. So it was a very inhuman thing to do. So, but then Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery, and then those people, they stabilize themselves, try to educate their children, and after generations, today there are these Afro-Americans who are educated, who are actually rich, but their forefathers were slaves. So Maya Angelou also, and Oprah Winfrey also, and Will Smith also, and Harley Davidson also. So all these are Americans, but their forefathers were slaves. They were brought to America as servants. Getting the idea? She is a widely acclaimed author. Acclaimed means popular. Poet and civil rights activist. who worked closely with Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. They are the freedom fighters of South Africa. Maya Angelou had an extremely traumatic childhood. You can imagine why. And her poem, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, written in 1969, put a box on this. We want to include this information in our answers. Tells of her life up to the age of 17. It is this poem that brought her international acclaim and recognition. What is the meaning of international acclaim?
Popularity worldwide.
What were you saying? Nobel Prize? No. International acclaim means she was popular even in the other countries of the world, not just America, other countries also. Do we know any other internationally acclaimed personalities? Maybe Indian, maybe American, maybe British. Who?
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister who? Narendra Modi. Who else? Can we say respectful? Of course. Justin Bieber, Shakira,
Ronaldo.
Michael Jackson, Ronaldo, Sachin Tendulkar. So basically politicians, musicians, singers, sports personalities, they are internationally acclaimed. Poet, hardly कोई होता है जो internationally acclaimed हो जाता है. Maya Angelou is one. तो बड़ी बात है ना? It is this poem that brought her international acclaim and recognition. तो उसका क्या ऐसा वर्क था जिसकी वजह से वो पूरे वर्ल्ड में फेमस हो गई? This poem. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. The bird is in the cage. The bird in the cage is a symbol of all African Americans and their fight for freedom. You can underline this line because you can use it in all your answers. जो आप नोटबुक में ट्यूशन बुक में आंसर्स लिखोगे उसमें सॉलिड रेपिटेशन हो सकता है क्योंकि एग्जाम में तो एक ही क्वेश्चन आएगा पर वो हर एक आंसर जो है आपका परफेक्ट होना चाहिए ये मत सोचना कि मैंने क्वेश्चन 1 में ऑलरेडी ये चीज लिखा क्वेश्चन 2 में हाउ आई कैन राइट द सेम थिंग नो प्रॉब्लम राइट इट बिकॉज़ एग्जाम में यू आर गोइंग टू राइट ओनली वन आंसर देयर इज गोइंग टू बी नो रेपिटेशन तो ये लाइन हम लिख सकते हैं. It symbolizes the struggle of being a black author whose words are not heard and of one who longs for freedom. Think of the lines, grave of dreams, nightmare scream, and compare the liberty of the freed bird with that of the shackled cage one. So ये जो लास्ट पैराग्राफ है ये आपको ज्यादा समझ में आएगा after we have done the poem. I want tied up chains. I want you to close your eyes. I'll read the poem to you once and see the beauty of the poem. As someone who's studying literature, close your eyes. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied. So he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Open your eyes. So we notice that there is a lot of rhyme and rhythm and meter to the poem. It is almost like a song in certain parts. Yeah. And point to be noted is that the poet is saying, I think I can dictate this to you, please write it. Write it in your book. You're not going to be able to fit it here. In the poem, open inverted commas. I know why the caged bird sings.
Double inverted or single?
Single. Double quotes is for dialogues. Close inverted commas. Comma. Written by Maya Angelou. The poet wants the reader to be aware of her plight, P-L-I-G-H-T, plight, as a teenager. Full stop. She says that just like the Afro-Americans who were brought to America brought were helpless full stop. Similar is the bird whose wings have been cut comma, feet have been tied and is enclosed in a cage. Full stop. Unable to do anything else comma, the bird sings of freedom and makes itself heard. Full stop. Can you repeat the entire paragraph if anyone has missed out any word?
In the poem I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, written by Maya Angelou, the poet wants the reader to be aware of her plight as a teenager. She says that just like the Afro-Americans who were brought to America were helpless, similar is the bird whose wings have been cut, feet have been tied, and is enclosed in a cage, unable to do anything else. The bird sings of freedom and makes itself heard.
So you see, she's drawing a parallel that there is this bird whose wings have been clipped. Now this much should be sufficient. A bird whose wings has been clipped cannot fly away, correct? But no, they've tied the feet also. Now that much should be sufficient. A bird like this doesn't need a cage, but they have put that also in the cage. So that means torture of various levels. The bandish, taking away of freedom at so many levels. Not just will I not allow you to do this, I will not allow you to do this also, I will not allow you to do this also, and I will do this also to you. Like too much. सो हाथ तो उसके बंधे हुए हैं, विंग्स तो उसके कटे हुए हैं, प्लस वो केज में है, सिर्फ उसके पास आवाज है, तो वो आवाज उठाती है. So the singing of the bird is the voice being raised by the revolutionaries who are protesting against the American dominance over them. The singing of the bird. Yeah. Is in comparison to the African rebellions raising their voice against the American dominance upon them. Okay, Tata, bye. Next class we will continue. Homework करके आना. Thank you. Good night. अच्छा, इसका एक सेंटेंस मुझे देना है ना आपको. कृष्णा flies a kite. ये राधा went to the market. तो कृष्णा फ्लाइज अ काइट इज सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस, बाकी के सारे टेंसेस में आपको लिखना है. 3 लाइंस छोड़िए ना हमने फॉर दिस.
ये इतना बड़ा